Hello, folks. Welcome back. We got game 2 of Ad Finem versus Hippomaniacs coming up in just a moment. I'm Kyle. It's Lizard. We had an Alchemist. I'm sure you've seen this and seen it again and seen it again, and we'll probably see it again sometime soon, but we're hoping that it gets banned out first 3. Agreed? And they did do what you said. You replace one bracer, Madara, add a soul ring,
and
whoa.
that's it. Listen, I don't think the problem was only the Alchemist, but it could majorly shift the game for Hippomaniacs' favor if they ban it out, because as you stated it in the game 1, Alchemist is one of those heroes that just does not allow you to make any mistakes. You make a couple of mistakes after the laning stage, he's gonna pop off, he's gonna show up with Radiance and BKB before your carry or midder has it, right? That's the biggest issue with the Alchemist. His timings are on steroids. He just does everything faster, and that's why he's banned out by Hippos. I like this. Then again, they're playing versus 2 ladies, Lina and Crystal Maiden. An interesting opening by Ad Finem, but overall,
Hey,
you can expect a lot from these boys. Their offlaner is a really good position 4. They snatched that Crystal Maiden away from Hippomaniacs.
Yeah, but this is brutal. If I'm playing either one of these princesses, I am not pleased with the beef that is in front of me, because Night Stalker Undying just run at you.
There's true.
There's silence, there's slows, it's just miserable to play against.
At night, right? But before the night comes, I think Crystal Maiden and Lina can be pretty decent versus the Undying and the Night Stalker. Night Stalker can suffer in the laning stage quite a bit versus them. There's a lot of right-click potential and long-range disable. And Undying is one of those heroes that would much rather fight against, I don't know, something that's melee, some strength heroes, you know, so that the K damages them even deeply, taking their damage away and all that stuff. But Crystal Maiden and Lina, these supports, if they're both supports, can just stay around, play around him, stay away from their carry, no double decays, nothing like that. Lina has such a big range as well. But once the knight is there and the tombstone is popped and they start running at you, it's going to be difficult. And Naga ban is pretty good because she could just sleep and flee, but alright, the Sven, something to beef them up a little bit.
Necessary for sure. It's simple. They figured they'd change things up a bit, pick a ton of stuns, and the synergy is quite obvious. You cast one disable after another, and somebody's going to go down.
When Sven was actually constantly picked and was in the meta, what teams like Secret even did is pick Undying, put him on offlane, position 3, fast agonims, minus 10 strength every 4 seconds, not too shabby. But when Sven was in the meta, Sven was always winning. Even versus that. Abaddon now with the Sven, some more control. Alright, I like this. It's very simple. You don't have to put Lina mid. Pick Abaddon and get him something to protect on that mid lane. Some Dragonite, some Leshrac, you know, something that's going to go.
It's a great lane as well, right? Because you just shield off the Wyvern Q, the Wyvern W, and you hit the Tombstone. Well, not really that, but...
Not really great versus Undying.
Yeah.
But versus Wyvern, it's alright. And it's most likely... Well, we'll see though. Aseni, I believe he usually played the Undying on this team. Wyvern can be... I think if you are Hippomaniacs, you're already considering putting Undying on the safe lane and Winter Wyvern +1 on the off lane. Winter Wyvern plus Night Stalker. Just give him 5 mangoes, let him spam that Splinter Blast away. While Undying +1 can deal with the Abaddon +1. Then again, even Undying has to be careful in that lane. If it's Lina plus Abaddon, you have that LSA, you have Abaddon just slowing you down. You can fall, even as a tanky little dead man.
And I love the vision control from Hippos. I think that's an underrated mechanic of their draft so far. You've got high ground tombstones, you've got Night Stalker Wyvern with the increased night vision.
You have people flying around, you have zombies catching people, chasing them down. You have Sven that's going to have to deal with that constant annoying slow.
It's like the White Walker plus the army versus the defenders of Winterfell.
And they have the Wyvern too, and they took the dragon from them. Yeah.
Better writing though thus far in this draft.
That last season, let's not.
I don't want to talk about it, man.
Let's not go there. It hurts.
I just want the book to come out, dude. I've been waiting so long, and my pain isn't even that bad. Like, for me, it's been, I believe, 2012. Like, right when the 5th book came out, I read all of them, right? There's some people that have been waiting to find out what's happened to their favorite characters since, 2007, or perhaps when the first book came out in the 90s. But yet, instead, we're going to have some more prequel stories and books. The way I describe, imagine if Tolkien wrote the Silmarillion before he finished Return of the King, right? George R. R. Martin has got like... Never mind. I'm not getting into it. We're not going to get into it right now.
No, please,
We've got to get into this draft. Nope, we're in the draft. Whew.
We have an Ember. We have an Ember versus Lina and Crystal Maiden, so he will be able to slide the fist them down. Like, those two are quite squishy against him, which is pretty good. He has some targets that he can jump on. Then again, this Ember isn't really the last pick, but you can put him on the safe lane. It's a versatile pick.
I love the draft so far from Hippomaniacs. It's just, it's built to succeed. They have so much catch. You're going to get onto those squishies in the back line incredibly easily, and the lineup still has that durability you need in the current meta.
This Ember is going to be mid. This Silencer ban most likely gives it away, and now they will pick their carry versus the Abaddon, and whatever goes with him, probably this Lina. Let's see what they opt to go for. Their boy, Supreme. What would be versus Sven? I guess Slark is still in the pool. I don't know what they're even waiting for. Just pick the boy. You have Night Stalker, you have Slark, you have Ember. Just go for it. Sven is awful against that, even with the Abaddon, I think. Like, Slark is also very good versus him in the lane. And they go with the Weaver instead.
It's just what you want in this kind of game, right? You're trying to capitalize on pace and mobility around the map. That's how you utilize the big vision advantage that we can expect. It's also an excellent combo with the Ember. You chains, you bugs. Abaddon has an incredibly difficult time against the Weaver, as does the Sven. In fact, all these heroes from Ad Finem are very susceptible to high-reach enemy cores. Now you're playing against 3 of them.
They go with
Monkey
the Monkey
King.
So this should be your hero versus the Ember Spirit on the mid lane.
Sure.
It can go. Usually Monkey King wins, but like Ember Spirit doesn't necessarily have to be crushed on that.
And Ember also kind of owns Monkey King. Like, you just kill him. And yeah, sure, you could get dumpstered in the laning phase, but Weaver as well, adept at taking him down. It's a very difficult lineup for Ad Finem to execute. They're going to need to get ahead early from the lanes and then somehow find advantageous team fights, even though they'll be playing in the dark.
Those bugs, when they latch on top of you as a Monkey King, you can't just flee away, and then you have, as you said, remnants to cut him down, to get him down easily with the Ember Spirit. Overall, yeah, Monkey King isn't really a hero that I've seen quite often in the latest time. In this patch in particular, not at all. We haven't seen him in this tournament at all as well, so we'll see how well he fares. Monkey King plus Sven. That sounds like Ad Finem is trying to pick up some of their strats from 2016-17 and bring them back to life, like CPR them a little bit to this patch. I don't think that necessarily is going to work. There's a reason why Sven isn't picked quite a lot right now. He got a couple of nerfs and people figured out how to play against him. They did, though. They did manage to ban out those heroes that are quite good against him, such as OD, some of those high controlling heroes, you know, like an OD that can just put him under, imprison him, forget about him.
I gotta agree. And, you know, secret for all you guys in chat, thanks again for tuning in. Every caster actually has the same favorite team, and that's Team 2-0. However, in this case, I do have the sinking suspicion we will get that third game. We're going to hop into it in just a moment, the second one, that is, and we'll get things underway. I believe that our Greeks have paused again.
It happens.
They got to take a smoke break.
It's
maybe
Spartan just riling the spirits up, you know. He's trying to make his boys achieve that 2-0 that you just mentioned. And if I have to say, I appreciate that, Spartan. Just do it, man. I love you for that. You can do it.
Wow,
However,
you got plans tonight? You got somewhere you got to be, Lizard? You don't like hanging out?
I love hanging out with you, man. I have better company here in Kiev as well, you know, that I can be with. But you definitely are very precious to my heart. So I have to tell you, like, I appreciate every second here in this studio.
Look, man, I next time I'll have to give you more money, I guess, because you did not deliver that line properly at all. Back to the drawing board.
I tried rallying you up, building you up. Anyways, what's this? Is this a Basilisk? This is a Basilisk into 2-3 raid bans on Weaver. What do you think about something like a medallion in this game? Well, maybe maybe on the Night Stalker, I guess. They needed that minus armor to be very active early on after the laning stage. Maybe next time saying hi. Maybe next time they're position 3, obviously.
And we will see. We've probably got more of a rune contest brewing under the circumstances, but Hippomaniacs certainly favored when you consider they do have the Undying in this top lane. Supreme just zoning out the 3 enemy heroes, but you got to be a little careful. Maybe next time is baiting. He's going to try and get the silence off, it looks like.
Yeah, I think he just goes back. He's baiting, but like Undying just... Oh, Undying has to be careful going to this high ground, though. He does have that decay to work with. But he will be silenced, and now they all attack so goddamn fast.
Oh my goodness, yes. Nice stun. You get the Weaver as well. I don't know if you want to get too aggressive here, Supreme. You got to be cautious. If Thug lands another stun here, this might actually be a kill on somebody. Yeah, is this...
This is a second kill for them. Oh, well, that's not going to work, sir.
You know what that means?
What does that mean?
That means he's going to have to do the Walk of Shame.
Walk of Shame, indeed. He can fly, though. He has those little icy wings of his, but they're not going to make him get on the lane any faster.
This is a way to touch yourself, though. Lose game 1 to Alchemist. Now your mid player's in what's an unwinnable matchup, and up top, Undying again. Senny, you've got to be more cautious, my friend. You're just taking so much damage. There's still 3 heroes here.
Crystal Nova. Spartan was a little bit too far away there, and now he's going back bottom. I like this. Start as a tri lane, now go back bottom to help Mother out. At the same time, that same Winter Wyvern isn't running back to top lane. He's going back to the bottom lane to help out his boy Night Stalker, who has been all alone versus the Sven and hasn't gotten any CS so far. Just 1. Odds. Yeah, again, Ad Finem's favor.
Surprising under the circumstances. The draft doesn't seem to be that
skewed
towards them.
I think it's about the experience of these players and just the game 1, how it went. Thug.
He's dead.
He's dead. That decay just got him low enough for the last hit to proc from Supreme. Maybe next time has to be careful as he is still level 1.
Madara down bottom, no stun. Just trying to last hit CS. You do have an advantage bottom until the Night Stalker has that darkness available, or nighttime, which Dub would provide darkness, but that's also the name of his ultimate, so I'm just trying to specify for the viewers at home.
In case there's some 3K Redditors that do not know this, Kyle is always there to help you guys out.
No one on Reddit's under 3K. Come on, dude. They're all at least 4.5.
9K. At least from what I've heard, they're all at least 9K. But yeah.
Speaking of 9K, I didn't have a transition. I was hoping you'd chime in there.
Speaking of 9K, that's a little bit difficult.
It's true.
A little bit difficult to chime in.
It is a power level that is reached by only the few. Thug.
Over 9,000. We could go DBZ way here, but yeah, that could be Madara later on if he gets a good time here with some Facebook Midas.
Oh wow, CM is going to be in some trouble, taking a ton of damage. Is Spartan gets the double Nova off? Madara is like,
yo, what's up?
Yeah. But then he gets his. What was that?
What was that movement from him?
Why does he have 2 points in cleave?
He's a farming boy, you know, he wants to farm.
But it's so value to get that extra point in stun. You increase the duration, the damage. You've got CM Aura to ensure you always have the mana for it.
And the sticks as well are there, right? But the way he moved around there, I guess he was moving away from the towers so he doesn't get aggro after he hits Curry. But then again, it just looked funny. They didn't have that skill. Also, Spartan just being way too aggressive there.
Oh my goodness, look at Thug. He's taking so much damage because of that decay stack.
Yeah, but you know what? At the same time, when you have those decay stacks and you have a stick, you heal up so much better too. So
true.
Because that Supreme has to be a little bit... Look at that damage, man. Lina is so obnoxious to play on the lane against. Lightstone and that range. Curry, you might be traveling to the fountain very soon. Let's see. Oh.
Hey, do you know... I think he died, but you know what? He would have died a little faster if Madara had that level 2 stun.
Perhaps if they, you know what, like we haven't seen any stacks. Supreme, one more hit.
Oh my goodness.
Can he get this kill though? Oh, good sticks.
We haven't touched on this, but Monkey King is dumpstering middle.
Yeah, 10 CS by
Wow.
Ember.
Wow, Boom is level 4. I'm surprised that Hippomaniacs didn't send him a bit of help. I like Ember against the Monkey King in the game, but you get abused if Focus is allowed to just go like this early oov and just body you on your own hill.
And you know what, like the only way I see Monkey really working well is when he dominates the lane and then he starts rotating across the map, getting easy kills with either diffuser or halberd, whatever he goes for.
It's a really nice diffuser game. Oh, Weaver taking some damage. Nothing doing though, just a bit of harass. Madara zoning out the Night Stalker, trying to secure this kill. Wait. Okay, Night Stalker just died to a blast from Spartan.
Tag is going for the bounty runes here. He does not have... Does he have the stun? He does, but it's too late. And Monkey is here though. Seni, can he actually... I don't think you can fight the Monkey, can you?
Let's see. Definitely not.
Oh, he's
very dead.
He's gone. But 2 bounty runes have been picked up by them on that top lane. And on the bottom, I believe they got a couple too. So pretty good play for them overall, just losing that position 5 Undying.
Oh, Ember's, you gotta be so careful, Boom. He has no shield up.
You know, like this lane,
so miserable.
This lane, if you just give this Ember some help, but who do you rotate? That's the problem, you know. You can't gank him in an Undying. Both of you are gonna die. Winter Wyvern isn't gonna do shit. I think you need this Night Stalker to just rotate as soon as possible and help the Ember out, but right now it's already too late, I fear. Speaking of fear, that's a really good spell versus all of these guys on the side of Ad Finem.
Oh, there we go. There's the help we were waiting for. Nighttime has popped, so Curry can come middle.
That's really good. Both the Night Stalker and the Winter Wyvern rotating in. It's so important to slow down Bomb. And you know what? Okay, maybe next time is that. That's what.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like Thug's next. This is just a standard 2-on-2. They just got caught napping. Maybe assumed they were a bit stronger.
Can't really stun those zombies, and Supreme kills him off with that last Weaver bug on him. Overall, Ad Finem did lose the laning stage in that last game as well. And afterwards they just played better as a team. So we'll see if the scenario is going to repeat itself in this game.
Indeed.
I
gotta say, like, Hippomaniacs, they just have such an easy... It's the easier draft to execute, once again. You just find kills. You have more information. Ad Finem are all in on this idea that both Sven and Monkey King will skyrocket in the net worth department and just take over the game. But it's easier said than done. Curry hiding to the right will juke out that rotation from Thug. Does not catch a stun.
What's he building into? He goes for phases into drums. All right. Just that.
No surprise.
No surprise. Just to be as strong as possible in the mid game. I love getting something like a BKB Blink or Night Stalker. But right now everyone is just going full utility. Like on one side you have this Abaddon that's going for a medallion and utility, and on the other you're going to have Night Stalker doing the same. Can't really blame them. But BKB plus Blink on Night Stalker can be so good. You just BKB Blink on someone and you pop that fear, they are just silenced forever as long as you're on them.
Amber, still no real way of getting into the lane in this one-on-one scenario, but now with his ultimate active, you will be able to find kills with any kind of rotation. And
doesn't have chains yet. That's
Wyvern's on the way though. You won't need a chain if you just land both spells in conjunction here. And look at that, already off. Undying as well. Yeah, Monkey is just dead. Kerplop.
Yeah, that's a problem for a Monkey, you know.
Yeah.
People pick him as a counter for many midders, but a really experienced Monkey King player knows when he needs to stop dominating that mid lane and when it's time to start like farming the jungle and rotating. Madara is mid. Okay. Just defend
really where you want your Sven to be though is the question.
Definitely not. I think he should be farming, but if he defends that tier 1, that's also very good for them. Monkey is porting in, so we should see a brawl on the mid lane right now. Yeah, just Seni dying. And Crystal Maiden, whom has the DD.
And this is getting... He's definitely getting frisky. He does have the Remnant up. He's trying to get aggressive.
Madara can't even finish off that Winter Wyvern on time, as he did use cold embrace on himself, and he might even survive here. Madara is in problems now.
Supreme now rotating in, still nighttime, and look at the damage output coming in. The heals will keep Madara alive for now. Stick on top. Curry continuing to pursue, pop the darkness so that he can start fluttering away.
Sadly, he's way too low to continue that pursuit, and Spartan has frostbitten the Weaver while the Undying dies.
There's no Remnant up on the Ember. He's in big trouble here. Focus taking some damage as well as the camera hands down bottom. Curry still trying to fly away. Well, any sort of spell will be able to take him out, but he will survive. And as the jukes onto the Monkey King do continue. Will this be a kill? Oh, so close. The shield, however, will ensure that Focus does survive to see another daytime.
Ember there barely surviving with the cold embrace, but now Zanny, he's in problems and he might just be gone. But for what? Because Monkey... Alright, Weaver went for the Crystal Maiden instead of the Monkey, and now he goes back to the Monkey King to finish him off as well. And Ad Finem, they're doing some questionable plays overall, going for some kills that aren't necessarily good for them and paying with their midder twice in a row now.
It is not the ideal start for Ad Finem. Madara still top position on the net worth. Slight lead for the Monkey King over the Ember, but as you've seen, it's just so easy for this Hippomaniacs lineup to make plays once they are under the cover of night. Daytime does hit. Ad Finem will have some breathing room. And Thug got a lot of space down bottom as that happened as well. He does finish Arcanes.
And it's Sven versus Weaver, right? The fact that Sven is on top isn't really that scary for the Weaver, because Sven is considered to be the better farmer, and he should be on top. He has that cleave that he maxed out on the lane to farm with.
Yeah, this is gonna be a tough one. I like what the Hippomaniacs is doing, continuing to play around this mid lane. Make sure the Monkey King is pressured. You've got the catapult active. Glyph is there as well. But they're doing what they can to apply pressure here. In trouble is the Ember Spirit. Nice ultimate from the Wyvern. I take that back. It doesn't really acquire much, but they do Glyph aggressively to try and keep the catapult alive. Tombstone goes down as Ad Finem just kind of walk into it. Huge W coming out now, and a haste rune on the Ember Spirit. He's going to do so much damage, but gets rooted up in the face. Will be able to port out, no problem, thanks to the haste. Supreme, he's teleported in. Will hopefully be able to finish off the Monkey King. Pops ultimate, still back into the Wukongs, though.
Abaddon doing so much work there, just shielding them up, but cannot really save the Monkey King in the end. However, they do get the counter kill there on Senny's Undying, but is that really enough for them? I don't think so, and it's not enough for Hippomaniacs either, as they pop that ulti and nothing happens.
They wanted to try and make sure that there wasn't a deny coming out. I'm surprised that Madara didn't smack it twice on his way out.
They get Tug in the end, it seems, and maybe next time...
He's going really deep.
Yeah, because
Curry?
Spartan is far... Yeah, that was not... Maybe next time, he says. They do get the tier 1 on the mid lane, which is a huge tower. It opens up the map a little bit for these rotations of Hippomaniacs, but the Night Stalker is a little bit too eager to go deep. And he did the same thing with the Centaur in that first game.
The community wanted tier 2 Dota, so this is what they get. Exactly what you asked for, folks. Odds updated. Slight lead for Hippomaniacs, of course, based on the way this game has gone so far. I don't blame it. It just, you know, because their draft is the easier to execute lineup, because Madara is not in sole possession of that first place in net worth, I think you've got to start thinking that they might pull away with this one. That vision advantage is just so difficult at this portion of the game. 3 minutes to nighttime.
I'm just wondering how much this Monkey is going to be able to do in the game, considering how dumpstered that Ember was, and he's like 300 net worth away from the Monkey King at the moment. It's not going. I don't think Sven is going to be able to solo carry this, because there's a lot of control on the other side and a lot of mobility. Someone is going to have to take care of that Winter Wyvern before the fight, or Muff is just going to break apart the fight and the Sven and his ulti.
There's a Wyvern. Yeah. What's the timing for a Sven in a game? You're playing against an incredibly tanky Night Stalker that's going to be flying. Ember and Weaver that have get out of jail free cards if they just have a split second to cast a spell. And then there's a Wyvern who can ult you through your BKB.
Cold embrace the target.
Yeah, it's just... there's no damage on the side of Ad Finem that's magical, with the exception of that Lina CM combination. That is an interesting decision there. SSA Spartan just going to pop his ultimate. Does force the ult on Supreme, and just standing still.
Zanny?
Come mess with me, he says. Undying.
Muff just...
What?
Yeah. Oh, that Laguna.
What?
That Laguna to kill off that Undying that had 1 HP, and this ulti is pretty decent, but Tug is able to help out with the Tomb, and now Ember Spirit just flees away. So 1-for-1 exchange in the end with a couple of big ultimates wasted. I think Senny I think Crystal Maiden and why he popped that ulti there is to catch Sunny or Weaver who are coming in, and there's also Lina with the ulti with the LSA stun, but they missed the stun on the Weaver. If the stun connects, then they can Laguna him, and perhaps the ulti deals enough damage to take him down. Sadly for them, it did not work out that way.
Okay. That's one interpretation.
I'm just, giving them the benefit of the doubt, you know.
I'm just being difficult.
Maybe they're just using their ultimates for no reason, you know. That's also a possibility. Like this smoke right here, there's no mid-tier 1. They can rotate towards top that they tried to kill before, but the creeps are so far away, so what they might find is a Sven, and Sven is definitely a good catch for them. Use the Midas Madara.
If only they had chains, but alas, I don't know if it'll even matter as Madara is in a lot of trouble. Will he be able to get a stun off? No, he is not. Boom does finish the kill. Mega kill streak now. After that start mid lane, I'm surprised he's recovered so nicely. Senny pursuing into the trees, but they won't find anybody.
It's such a weird rotation, you know, like the top lane isn't pushed in by anyone, and you just rotate in 4 of your heroes into their triangle. Yeah, you do get the objective afterwards though, so that's good. But I can understand why Madara didn't really expect it.
Yeah. It was around the bounty room timing, though. They also get a deep ward down. So I like that they had darkness. You know, it makes sense that that's about the time you want to get aggressive. It's a pretty rudimentary lineup in terms of execution at its peak for Hippomaniacs. It's just wait for the dark and then run at the enemy.
He needs help from focus, and he will get it, it seems, as Kari is the one that's in problems again. This guy just loves dying.
Madara moving forwards. Still just the 1 point in stun. I'm telling you, I have not seen any Svens that go this 1-4-4 build. It's often 4-4-0 from what I've seen.
You know what? Madara maybe has played Sven a long time ago the last time, and that could be the reason, but I doubt it. I guess he just wants to optimize his farming patterns. Senny, oh, good tombstone to break down the trees so that Monkey King cannot help the Sven out, but Senny will still not
ultimate from the Wyvern.
Right
There's
now.
so many zombies as well. Ad Finem, it might just get wiped here. The bugs come out. Just say Spartan with the big ultimate. Undying does go down, but he's going to be in no man's land. TPs have got to come out. Will not be in time. Madara now will be silenced. Chased down and probably soon to fall, though he does turn around for a stun.
He turns around, tries to clear the zombies so that he can actually escape, but Focus, also the one that tried to help him out, might be the next one to fall. He does have that shrine to work with, and he did get Jingu Mastery stacks off, but there's 3 of them. They're joking him around, and they look like they will take him down, indeed. And that's not a wipe. Abaddon, I believe, survived, right? Or was he killed off first? I believe he survived. But, yeah, he wasn't even there. Overall, good tombstone by the Undying. He popped it just as the Monkey King was flying on the tree. I don't know if that was planned or not, but definitely saves his life for a couple of seconds more for that Winter Wyvern to be there to use his ulti. Those nasty zombies and bugs. There's so much, what you call it, trash on this map to deal with that it's just difficult to play these team fights. Spartan.
He's dead.
He's just gone. Speaking of beefy boys going on top of you, that Night Stalker is definitely one of those.
It's a shame. I don't know what is a shame, actually. I'm kind of still recovering from some of the...
It's a shame that it's gonna go to 3 games.
Well, I don't know if I'd say that, Lizard. It's not every day you get to see such high quality
Tier
H2
2
Dota 2.
I mean, we haven't seen anything since DI, so... I'm looking at this as inspiration for my pups, as in what do I pick, you know, like what heroes are good. That's always how I
Spartan,
go about
what?
it.
No, they're not where they want to be here. Curry, however, he might actually just go down. Nice ultimate once again from the Wyvern. Muff will tank the stun, but is this really the target you want to go for? Madara,
Maybe cleave Curry.
Trying to. Spartan does die, but look at this. Supreme just clearing up on the backside. Monkey King teleporting in. MUF buying so much space. He's still alive. What a soul rip from Senny, keeping his Wyvern on even footing. And now Curry trying to finish the bang.
Curry, man, like, he makes it interesting, if nothing else, and I respect that.
Hey, he got the layup, but he
plays for the boys. Yeah, he plays for the boys.
Maybe next time. Won't need to proc his ultimate. Shall escape unscathed.
That was a buyback from the Monkey King, by the way. They're in a really rough position. They're trying to fight all the time versus this time mobility lineup that's just destroying them.
Supreme's in. There is a Wukong's available and an Abaddon behind, so Oh my gosh, is he just going in here?
Oh, Supreme.
Oh, three-man stun, but no Jingu available. Ult pop now on maybe next time's a Abaddon. Huge creep wave top though, as the Night Stalker does respawn and look to go clean that up. Still has illusions down bottom. You gotta be pushing with those, bro. You might have been able to kill that tower.
Yeah, just AFKing with the illusions a little bit. But
we'll let it slide.
Maf also reaching that level 10 with Aether Lance. He has obviously 90 gold per minute talent and is moving towards the Ghost. He was so difficult to take down in that last fight. Once he gets the Ghost, he's going to be even harder to reach. This Aether Lance already allows him to heal his targets or use his ulti with a safe distance.
Thug and Spartan have got to be careful. They're in no man's land. 4 wards currently placed from Hippomaniacs. They got really nice map controls. Bounty runes do look to come up in about 30 seconds. Stun lands on the Undying, but he already got the Tombstone down. This is very dangerous for Focus here. I actually have no idea what he was doing there.
I guess Abaddon is coming, but Abaddon needs some time to help him.
Yeah, but this is exactly what you want. The Tomb zombies, the White Weaver bug, so much damage about to come out now. Spartan dead immediately. Maybe next time has the ultimate, trying to escape here. But there's a stun, yeah.
And he falls as well. They're just
It's
crumbling. I mean, yeah. It's just tier 2, tier 3 dotes from Europe, guys. Enjoy it. We're having a lot of fun here. Some mistakes by Focus. And you know what? Like, he dominated that mid lane so hard, but afterwards he just couldn't transform that into anything valuable for his team. Very much alike what happened for Hippomaniacs in that first game. When Boom had a really good start as an Invoker, got a couple of kills, a solo kill on the enemy midder, but then just didn't really deliver.
And what a performance from Boom, though, right? Gets crushed in the laning phase, but now 9-0 and 11. You said you wanted to see if this kid could shine, and he's doing just that. Wow, Lincoln's up on Supreme already, barely 20 minutes in.
Lincoln's and Maelstrom first. It's going to be very... They have some AoE stuns to work with, I suppose, but he's a very slippery bug at the moment. Taking him down will be next if possible.
He's even going to get the tome for himself. I guess it's worth, you know, he did get the XP talent, trying to get to 25 ASAP. 3 levels up on the enemy offlaner.
Maybe next time
4.
also moving towards that Solar Crest, right? And one... I guess you can beef up this Sven, right? You can make him that super carry, but there's so much control and mobility on the other side. I don't know if that's going to be the best plan for you.
As we say that, they're going to dive onto Madara. He does have the ultimate prepared. No, sorry, no ultimate, no BKB. I don't know what I was thinking. DD on the Ember Spirit, however, so he's looking to get real frisky. Another excellent Wyvern ulti to interrupt. This should be a kill onto Spartan, and perhaps Thug might even die as well. Maybe next time forced to pop the ultimate, the defensive Yules onto Thug, but he is still going to go down. They do not pick up a kill either.
They're just running them over.
Top jungle. Yeah, it's so simple, right? Wait for nighttime, go fight. And thus far in the series, and really in this tournament to date, whatever team has that easier lineup to execute, whatever makes the games easier and simpler to play, they are the ones that come out ahead.
They needed that monkey to leave the mid lane and to be the one that jumps in first with the follow-up from his team. The odds, yeah, they're just fully representing the state of this game. Hippomaniacs far, far ahead. They need, because they can't fight right now without the Sven with the blink, right? It's very difficult. You have to blow up a target and you don't have the damage necessary. Has a BKB now, but let's see if they can get to Muff. He doesn't have that ulti, but he does have Ghost.
Oh, he's in a lot of trouble, though. Madara with the smackdown. Echo Saber procs. He does have that BKB complete as well. So Hippomaniacs, it might be time to get out of dodge. Ember Spirit going to cut the mid-wave as the rest of his team retreats from the bottom side of the map. 23 minutes approaching, a 5k gold lead for the Dire stack. But Madara, he is not ready to say die. Currently 1,000 gold ahead of the game, and as we just witnessed, he does certainly pack a powerful punch.
And he definitely is one of those carries that can win you the game if you create enough space for him. It doesn't matter how much you feed, he will carry you the game under the right circumstances. My fear is that this game has too many things not going in his favor. The enemy team has this Wyvern, has high mobility Weaver and the Ember Spirit, but we'll see if those guys will be able to play properly too, as Madara definitely can do it.
Yeah, they're in a very good position. Even under the circumstances, it is daytime. That is when Ad Finem should be able to shine. but it's difficult to play aggressive. When you don't have that Sven ultimate prepared, there really isn't much you can do. Ember Spirit going Shiva's next. Already has the drums, Maelstrom, Mules complete, as you can see. The Weaver with the queued up Mjolnir. And then he's just going to shred. He's going to do so much damage. Darkness is available.
Yeah, the instantly
Arcane Rune. 1 minute on nighttime, so you'll be able to guarantee endless night for 6 minutes in about 5 seconds.
You can take Rush even. You have the Solar Crest on the Night Stalker. You have the bugs from the Weaver.
But they see them top. They smell blood in the water. And here they come. Maybe next time I'm going to farm the easy camp. They have an idea that maybe they're in the vicinity. Madara's got to be cautious here. The darkness is popped. They're going to pursue Curry moving forwards. Do keep in mind, there is that BKB up on Sven, but he doesn't have the ultimate ready for 6 seconds. Tombstone's down. Maybe next time he's going to have his ult procced right away. Tons of damage coming out of the Wyvern. He's going to go down immediately. That means Madara is free to let loose. Going to try and kill off the Tombstone right away as Spartan channels the ultimate. Tomb finally does go down as Supreme looks to get into the fight. Curry, will he survive? No, Thug will actually miss the stun, and now he'll probably pay for that mistake with his life as the versatile 1 and 3 positions of Hippomaniacs do clear him out. Senny does take out SSA Spartan. Bounty runes in 5 seconds, so these teams are going to still look to continue. MUF is bought back. Madara now moving forwards, has a ton of damage output, still with that ult active. Supreme now moving forward. Is there a stun? Will they be able to pick him off is the question. If he stuns the creep, oh no! Stuns the Lincolns just too late. And now SSA Spartan, he buys back and dies back. That
could have been such a good play. I was thinking
stun the creep, right?
Stun the creep. It was right next to the Weaver. If you just thought of that, if he stuns the creep, the Weaver could die there. Instead, he goes on the Weaver. The Lincolns were still there. They don't have enough lockdown, and the Weaver obviously wins the fight. Spartan dies, Monkey King dies. Once the BKB from Sven is gone, it's so easy for them to kite him. And after taking such a successful fight, you go into the pit, you have the medallion, you actually have the Solar Crest, and the Weaver hitting so hard. This rush should be very easy for them.
Indeed it is. Solar Crest finished on the Abaddon, but not enough. Not enough.
I liked the BKB. I think it's very necessary for the Sven, but I think it should have been the 3rd item after the Blink in this game. I don't know. Like, Blink into BKB maybe would have been better, considering he has Abaddon with him as well. They need that instant burst damage. He had Halberd already, so jump in.
I gotta say, so far, the main disparity between these teams looks to be the mid lane. You know, they lost that first game, but boom, bodied Focus mid.
Yeah.
In this game, an unfavorable matchup, gets crushed in the early laning phase, but since then, the Ember near flawless in his performance. Curry's going to tank. So, yeah, he's just dead. Once again, a little too aggressive, but the BKB will be nullified by this ultimate of MUF. Boom, looking to get aggressive here. The Tombstone is down. Zombies running amok throughout the Ad Finem backlines as they look to chase for more. Monkey King tanks the chains, forced to stand still. Needs to get that Wukong's off before he dies, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Oh, Supreme pops the ultimate. Will be able to escape. I think that was a Force Staff.
Yeah, probably from the Wyvern, yeah.
Boom, doing what he can to try and find some kills. Supreme going. He does have that Aegis, thinking about getting involved here, but a little hesitant under the circumstances.
Thug. Oh, barely survives with that missed call from the Abaddon.
Thug does have life. Pause, though, coming out. Maybe next time. Just
Pause
kidding. Game time. Bit of a puppy pause, but an actual puppy of a puppy, if that makes sense. They do clear out the Tier 2 tower and expand upon their lead, 33-18. The score, 27 minutes and 20 seconds into the game. 8,000 gold lead for Hippomaniacs. Down 1 game in the series, fighting to stave off elimination and ensure that their chances of attending that ESL Hamburg LAN the end of October do stay alive.
They're definitely in a good spot to keep those dreams alive, at least for the end of this series, at least for 1 more game. But let's see, Kari has found Spartan, and Spartan, my friend, you're just dead. Abaddon can't be always next to his support to try and save them. They take down the Tier 2.
And they're going to look for more. This is the benefit of that Ember Spirit, right? Like, you're never really in danger. You just keep spamming spells, as you can see.
And obviously, yeah, he's doing exactly that. At the same time, you have Weaver with the Aegis, so you're not really afraid of him dying.
However, Curry needs to be a little afraid of dying.
Oh,
nice ultimate once again from the Wyvern. Actually hits on almost everybody. The bugs come out. Tons of damage out on Madara. He'll be forced to BKB defensively. Thug could have maybe been able to finish off that Weaver, but no ultimate available. And
this could be a game right here.
Yeah. When the Undying, or sorry, that's when both enemy cores are on Beyond Godlike streaks with no deaths.
Yep.
you're in danger. And Ad Finem looking to tap out in this one pretty soon, I would imagine. Hippomaniacs.
They're smoking up. Like Sven and Crystal Maiden are smoked up. They want to just give it a shot, you know, one last hurrah.
One last ride. Keyboard works for sure for Ad Finem, but the GG's not coming out just yet. Hippomaniacs looking to clear out that second Rax. 10 seconds remaining on the 3 heroes for Radiant respawning, but it's just not going to be enough. They're not going to be in time. The melee Rax does go down. Still nighttime for another minute, so Hippomaniacs shouldn't be in too much danger. Madara just actually blinks right past the Weaver and then runs immediately back inside the base.
I don't know why they were even running away from him, but considering they took 2 sides, they're fine with that. We got what we came here for, boys. Let's go back, use all this gold that we've gotten by, like, this Weaver almost has a Skadi completed, 2 ultimate orbs.
They are ready to go right now, that's for sure.
Oh, definitely. They could have finished this game.
20 seconds till the bounty rune spawn. Will most likely be just a 2 for 2, but everyone in Hippomaniacs already has too much gold to spend, so don't imagine they're sweating that too much. Shiva's now on the Ember Spirit to further increase their absolute vision dominance.
I wonder who has a force on that team. I guess it's Undying then. It's not the Winter Wyverns.
You remember, I like that they finally changed the night-day cycle to be accurate. Because remember when previously it would take like 20, 30 extra seconds as the game went later, sometimes even more, to actually switch over the clock? We don't need daylight savings time in Dota 2. We just need regimented 5-minute blocks. Arcane on the Ember Spirit, level 23 on the Weaver. In fact, we'll have a Skadi coming out on the Courier. They are so strong. Still has Aegis for 20 seconds, so he'll go up, invite some damage. Maybe they'll be able to force Madara to cast a spell here and there. He actually just runs away. Doesn't have any way of breaking that Linken's anyway.
They just have to be careful with this Aegis.
As you say, 10 seconds.
They are killing him off way too quickly. Well, Crystal Maiden is the one that dies first. Alright, Spartan has been dying quite a lot this game. As you called it during the drafting stage, you don't want to be a Lina in the Crystal Maiden versus these high mobility heroes that get on top of you so easily.
I hope they stop farming the jungle though. They're in such a dominating position. You can just get it done, guys. Close this one out.
I guess they're just waiting for those. I mean, the Courier did, the Courier did bring all the items that they needed, so they should just go and finish it for sure.
Come on, guys.
Tug eyeing up that Aghanims, but that's far away for him. And the game has reached that position in which Hippomaniacs just don't want to end it. They're like, alright guys, we won, but let's chill a bit. Let's give them a shot. Let's try to lose. There is a blink crit and a BKB on Madara, so perhaps he can find the right target, blow him up, and Hippomaniacs, considering how reluctant they are to push, if you kill like a Wyvern off, you might stall it even more. You know, teams like these ones, they might go back in that kind of situation and just take a little bit too much time like they are doing right now. That gives you an opening, a window in which you can perhaps smoke up and catch another target out. It's a possible scenario, very unlikely, but...
Yeah, very unlikely.
Very unlikely.
Thug?
But what's likely is Thug to die.
He's got to ult and then Yules him, I think, if he wants to survive.
Instead, he gets rid of the bug, but he does die. He has got his buyback ready, though. But this should be the go time. They just killed their position for Thug. So
Darkness available as well. Oh, whoa, whoa, Ember Spirit getting fricksky. Boom, tanking a ton of damage, but it doesn't matter. Spartan again, just going down with the Darkness active. They're just far too powerful. Supreme also with the increased move speed. Oh, Linken's popped. Will have enough damage to kill him? Answer is...
Nope.
No.
There is a good double stun, but do you have the damage now?
Oh, nice ultimate. Again, Muffman, he is on point with these Wyvern ults, continuously getting Madara's BKB. Curry now just zoning, so they want to try and finish off that last Rax. Monkey King in danger, has that Echo Diffusal though, so a bit of damage possibilities. Stuns come out. Thug may actually die again, but no, maybe next time with a nice shield. Follow-up stun. They don't have any ability to save Ember at the moment. Oh, he's going to remnant away. He forgot he had another one, actually. almost goes down thanks to that
Monkey
port a
is
little
trying
too
to
close.
pursue further. Can they kill Supreme instead? Do they have detection?
Yes, they do.
have, but very late.
He's so fast, though. He has a stick as well. You got to be careful if you're focused here. And yeah, with darkness faded, I think Hippomaniacs make a bright decision to get out of dodge. They will have 1 minute until nighttime, and then I expect them to get aggressive once again.
They forced the buyback on the Lina. That's pretty much all they managed to do in that engagement. And some BKBs were forced, obviously, from the Sven.
Yeah.
Also good.
But until Monkey King has BKB, he's actually just not a Dota hero.
I mean, basically what he offers them is that boundless strike, which is pretty good for them. They need that reliable AoE stun to deal with the Weaver, to lock him down so that you can pop the Lincolns and then continue CCing him. But if you do that on a Weaver, the Wyvern is going to save him. And that's where the game becomes tricky for Ad Finem. They need to find a way to take care of the Wyvern first before Weaver takes care of all of them. There's the smoke straight into Spartan, and Madara jumps in. That's a good way to go for it, but can they take down the...
Is it though? He's got that Ghost Scepter, will fall thanks to that Orchid damage.
There's
Madara trying to beat on the Tombstone, but the zombies are spawning. And the Scotty's slow, ensuring Madara is having difficulty sticking on targets. Boom will leap away, still yet to die in this game as Madara with no BKB, now in a ton of trouble, forced to just stand his ground. Another nice ultimate from MUF. Maybe next time we'll get that TP away. However, Madara, not so lucky. He's dead. No buyback. That's almost certainly the game.
Focus, trying to kill the creeps that are in the base, but isn't really able to do so and has to run away from the Weaver, who instead goes for Tug. Tug just dies in 1 split second, and now the rest of them are sure to fall. And that's good game called by Tug.
Yeah, that's all she wrote. 40-26, the final score. We will have our first series in this tournament going the distance, as the Czech squad versus the Greek squad does prove to be a matchup. Teams of equal caliber. Does feel as if drafting has played a critical role in the team's success. What would you say, Lizard, approaching Game 3? Set it up for us.
I think it's obviously drafting and thinking about what your heroes have to do after the laning stage. You have these heroes that can win you the laning stage in the first 5 to 8 minutes, but if you continue trying to just dominate your lane and staying there, like, you're not doing anything, and you're just risking those ganks that happened to the Monkey King in this game, that also happened to the Invoker in that last game. Invoker just crushed the Necro, didn't matter because they got a couple of rotations. This game, Monkey King destroys the Ember, doesn't do anything afterwards.
Yeah.
You know, like, they need to just fill their roles properly. It's not only about winning the lanes, it's about what you do in the broader sense, in the strategical aspects of the game. That's it.
Thank you, Lizard, for that. I appreciate it.
No problem. Anytime.
You know what else we
It's fun,
appreciate? That if you go on GG.Bet.com, you can protect your bet fast and easy with no queues, no business hours, and no rejections. Just make a bet on GG.Bet.com and insure it with the SAVE code, SAVE. You are watching the GG.Bet Hamburg Invitational. I'm Kyle. That's Lizard. We've got Game 3 of the Group A elimination match coming up in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. Grab some popcorn, a biscuit, whatever you need. We have more Dota coming your way in just a few minutes.